What's up, Knicks fans? Chase Sr. here with Chat Sports. Hope all of you are having a great weekend. And how could you not when you see some of these rookies and these young players, including Immanuel Quickley, Miles McBride, a.k.a. Deuce, Obi Toppin, and Quentin Grimes go off in the NBA Summer League. We're going to get into that on today's show, focusing mainly on Obi Toppin. But first, we launched this Knicks channel here at Chat Sports about 3-4 weeks ago, and it's been blowing up of late. So if you want the best Knicks news and rumors here on YouTube, hit that red subscribe button down below, because more subscribers equals more videos, and frankly, we like talking about the Knicks here at Chat Sports. I want to start with Obi Toppin, because let's be honest. When Obi Toppin was drafted number 8 last year in the 2020 NBA draft out of Dayton, a lot of people were expecting big things from him. He played excellent basketball at Dayton. He was a human highlight reel. A lot of his athletic qualities certainly seemed to at least project to the NBA level. Plus, Obi Toppin, a local guy. His pops, a New York basketball legend. We're talking about a kid at 23 years old who grew up in Brooklyn as a Knicks fan, and he's coming back home. So there was so much hype around him, but in his rookie season, after being a top 10 pick, he was pretty underwhelming. 4.1 points per game, 2.2 rebounds. He shot 50% from the field in only about 11 minutes per game. So going into his sophomore season, especially this offseason, in the Las Vegas Summer League, we were looking for Obi Toppin to make a big jump. Let's see. In his second season in the Summer League, first time he's playing in the Summer League because there wasn't Summer League last year because of Corona. Let's see some of the improvements that he made on his game, because the Knicks roster could certainly use a player like him at the wing and forward spots, even though it is a very deep roster. I think the Knicks crushed free agency. And so far in Summer League, Obi Toppin has been one of the best players in Las Vegas. I understand it's important not to overreact to Summer League games, but what you're looking for here from Obi, Quickley, McBride, Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims, who's flashed and has played well, is just glimpses of hope, bursts of potential, and you want to see if these guys have upside, if they made improvements, and if their game lends itself to them getting better, but also helping this Knicks team that is in the mix among some of the top 4, 5, 6 teams in the Eastern Conference, coming off a surprise season in which they locked up the number 4 seed. And Toppin in Summer League has been fantastic. Over 5 games so far, averaging 23 points per game, and he's been, like he was at Dayton, a human highlight reel, throwing down some acrobatic dunks in which he shows off his leaping ability. He's moved really well in the open floor. Most importantly, for Obi, as well as the Knicks roster, that three-point shot looks pretty clean. It looks flawless, and he's been very efficient from the outside. So if Obi Toppin, as a wing-forward hybrid who can play front court minutes if you want to go small ball because of that athleticism and defensive prowess to block shots, if he gives you a floor spacer and a guy who can consistently knock down threes given his size, that is great news for the Knicks moving forward. So Toppin has popped, and earlier on this week, we talked about McBride as well as Quickley popping, and at moments throughout Summer League, Quentin Grimes has played well, so too has Jericho Sims. The more you think about it, the more I like what the Knicks have done in the draft as well as in free agency. I think they've positioned themselves really well to be competitive and successful for the next few seasons. They had a plan A in free agency. They wanted to go star hunting after guys like Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry. But once the market dried up and Lowry went to Miami, CP3 went back to Phoenix, the Knicks were a very smart team. They pivoted and started to make moves to make their roster a very deep one, retaining some of their talent. So Leon Rose deserves a lot of props for the signings that he made in free agency, bringing back guys like Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks. The Evan Fournier deal was certainly expensive, but he's a quality scorer. Derrick Rose coming off a rejuvenating season last year. And then in the draft, you pick up Grimes, McBride, and your second-year players, Jericho Sims, Rokas Jakabatis, we'll see what he can do. Your second-year players, though, who you needed to make jumps, seem to be making jumps in Summer League, and Quickley as well as Toppin. And on Saturday night against the Cavs, without Quickley in the lineup, you see more improvements and more flashes of that potential from these aforementioned players. Quentin Grimes goes for 28 points on 6 of 14 shooting. Toppin goes for 21. McBride chimes in with 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting, 5 of 8 from deep. Jericho Sims, with pogo sticks as legs, is a good defensive presence down low. My man can hit his chin on the rim. He's got such insane leaping ability. So you have to be impressed. You have to be excited about this young nucleus if you're a Knicks fan, because all of these different guys have different skill sets and they all complement one another really well. Grimes is that scoring wing who can kind of score from multiple levels and put the ball on the floor. Obi Toppin gives you a big who can space the floor and throw down some highlight reel dunks. McBride on some nights is going to give you a lot offensively, and when he doesn't, you know that he's going to be a dog and get up in your grill defensively. Quickley, making massive strides in the Summer League, even though he didn't play on Saturday night, as a guy who can also mix it up offensively and score. Maybe he's the future point guard. And what I like too is that you have this core of young talent who have been balling out in the Summer League, combined with some of the other pieces on this roster, the veterans that I mentioned in free agency, but also RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, they have the Knicks back, and Knicks fans should be elated at some of the strides that they've made, considering where the organization was just a couple of short years ago when the future looked pretty bleak. That's the Knicks news, rumors, and takes that we have coming at you on our brand new Knicks News and Rumors channel here on Chat Sports. Make sure you subscribe because, you know what? It was Sunday night. I really wanted to talk some Knicks hoops. And that's what we do because the work doesn't stop at Chat Sports. So support the show and hit that subscribe button.